Hi everyone, you're welcome to my Professor Note. So in this video, we will learn about how to practice English speaking because this is much more important. Listening, reading, writing, this is a learning process, but the main task is to apply it. And where do we apply it? We apply it in speaking. So we need to pay a lot of attention. We need to do a lot of practice. And 1 second. And I have this habit of directly jumping on the topics. This is okay. But I forgot to ask you, how are you? And here's a tip and a tool for a day. Meditation. 3 to 5 minute meditation. Do it every single day. Put your hand on a thigh or do the mudra. Just focus on your breathing sensation. In, out. The whole world will vanish away and you go much more closer to yourself. And you need the motivation. That's how it will help you in this world and learning anything you want to, not only English. And now let's begin. The first speaking practice is reply to the question asked in movie and in debate after watching them. We see movies and we watch debates. Let's take an example. The way I used to do it, I'm watching this movie known as a Forrest Gump, or maybe another movie, The Castaway. I used to watch the whole movie. Then there's a conversation between two characters. When the one character asked, I used to pause the movie and then I used to give the answer for that. The same words, same phrases you take and then you use them. That's how you record them. Because the way we learn a language, it's merely imitating. We have learned it with imitation. That's how the language gets wired in our brain. That is really important if we want to be fluent speaker. Wiring the language in our brain. If you want to go with the process of grammar, you have to think, then remember, then putting words in that manner. And here, you automatically, one after one, the words comes out of your mouth. Debate, Rajya Sabha channel, most of you must know that. Big Picture, I used to watch that. So there's this debate. First I'm watching it on TV. The second day I used to watch it on YouTube. First day I watch everything. Those people put their own opinions about the questions which were being asked by the host. The next day, host is asking question about their opinions on that. I used to reply. The same words, same phrases I used to keep in my mind and some of my own opinions, and that's how you learn that. And the other thing is answer questions asked in interview. You must have seen there are some interviews in newspapers or on the blog post, right? They ask where you from, what do you do, how was your experience as a manager of the company. A lot of things are there. Maybe you are not the manager of the company, but whatever situations you are going through, you can explain those, articulate all those feelings, emotion, experiences you are having right now, right? So because the main thing is having conversation between two persons. I can also recommend you to talk in front of the mirror, but that's where your own questions will be there. The kind of question you will ask for what you know the answers, which is not quite more creative process. So that's why I'm telling you, giving these options of watching movie, pausing it, then giving the answer of that. Let's say he said that, where were you last night? I was in the club, I had a couple of shots of tequila and I went with my girl, we had a great time. So these are the words used by the person, right? So next time maybe somebody asks you, maybe the situation will not be the same. Maybe you will be in the club or not, maybe somewhere else. So use the word according to the situations. But at least now you have some words, some phrases, some sentences. And imitation is one of the way we learn the language. And now the third thing is find someone to talk with, right? Maybe your brother, your sister, whosoever you have conversation with them, because that is the main task. You learn, you read, you write. The main thing is to speak. That's what we have to do in the real world. So find someone. If you don't have anyone, there's a lot of Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. People have created those groups just to learn something. Go there, have conversation. When you have a zeal to learn something, things will happen the way you want them. So these are some of the process, these are some of the steps that I shared with you today, and these one of the things that I did in my personal life. Watching movie, then pausing it, then replying that, or watching any debate, questions which were being asked by the host, giving their answers, and the questions which are asked in the interview, and taking yourself as a person to whom these questions were asked and then answering them, right? So that's how you can practice English for a real world. If you want to have a very imaginary conversation, you can have that with your own self under the mirror. This is also a one thing to do, but I find these steps which I shared with you much more effective. And I hope you like the video. If you like the video, so don't forget to share, because if it will not reach to the people, this whole effort will be useless. So as much as you can share this with your friends and family and the people you think they should watch the video, because this is worthy of watching. And so do the share, like the video, subscribe, just for motivation. It will be for me. Thanks for watching My Professor Note.